White girl. In front of our apartment, I give the shiny heart to Hannah. Happy birthday and happy Valentine's Day, I say, to my good friend Hannah. Three boys walk past just as Hannah slips the silver heart into the pocket of her coat. They glare at us with eyes that shoot poison. Leave the white girl alone, one yells. Hands off, boy. Just ignore them, Hannah whispers. She pulls me inside and slams the door shut. A moment later, she opens it with a crack and peers out. They're gone, she says. I shake my head. I don't understand, I say. Me neither, Hannah says. Me neither. You shouldn't have pulled me inside, I mutter. They're jerks, Hannah yanks off her mittens. I didn't want you to get hurt. I'm a man, I say, standing tall. Sure you are, Hannah says. I just, didn't see the point in a fight. Why does it matter? I can't explain. Suddenly I feel tired of using words that don't belong to me. Never mind, I say. I trudge up the stairs. My aunt is surprised to see the box for me. A present, she keeps saying. A present for me? She opens the dishes and hugs me hard. You are such a fine boy, Kex, she says. I feel happy about the dishes and bad about the angry boys. It's hard to feel two things at once, so I try not to feel anything. I sit next to Gunwar on the sofa. Together, we watch the TV machine tell its happy, easy stories. Scars. Every weekend and other days, sometimes, Gunwar and I go to Lou's. It feels good to go somewhere simple to work and sing and eat cookies with chocolate. Gunwar doesn't say so, but I think he's a calmer on these days. Sometimes he even whistles a radio song or tells me jokes in English that I don't understand. Always, though, I laugh to make him happy. One afternoon, Gunwar and I rebuild a gate that's rotted away at the edge of the field. It's long work, and we sweat under our thick coats. The sun is still weary and weak, like a traveler too long on the road, but each day it's trying harder to warm the world. Gunwar wipes away sweat with his arm. The 6 lines etched in his forehead glisten. I will never have the Gar, I say suddenly. My words surprise me. It's an idea I've never let myself think about until now. The initiation ceremony is part of another place, a place I may never return to. You're lucky, Gunwar says. Why would you want such scars? Here they mean nothing. There they meant everything, I say. I lean on the fence. How will I know when I am a man? Gunwar keeps hammering. When you own a fine car and a house with many bathrooms, then you're a man in this country, he answers with a smile. It isn't so funny, I say. You've been tested and I haven't. You were brave. You were brave. I look away. I don't want him to see my eyes and what lies hidden there. Me, I haven't been. Sure you have, Gunwar replies. You were in the camp alone. You came here alone. That's plenty brave. It doesn't take a knife in the hand of a village elder for you to prove yourself. I pick up my hammer and slam it hard against a rusty nail sticking out of the wood. That's easy for you to say. After that, I won't talk anymore, but I hammer many nails as hard as I can, even with my gloves on. I have a good hurting blister to show for it. Bad news. More weeks pass. Something strange is happening to the world. I hear bird songs now, where only silence filled the air before. Tiny green hints dot the trees and bushes. The snow is getting smaller and grayer, like an old person whose time has passed. Dave says it's called spring. One morning, Lou calls us to come into her kitchen. A plate of warm chocolate cookies waits for us. I'm happy about this until I see Lou's ankle, covered by a thick white bandage. Sprained the dang thing last night, she says. Slipped in the barn. Do you have many pains? I ask. Nah, and waves away the question like a troublesome insect. But it's gotten me to thinking, boys, even with your help, I just can't keep this place running anymore. Wish it weren't that way. I've been here a long, long time. It's time to sell and move on. Gunwar nods. He doesn't look surprised. It's okay, Lou. We knew it probably wouldn't last. I stare out the window. Where will you go? I ask in a whisper, when the farm is sold. Lou lifts her shoulders. I'm not sure. This has been my home so long. I don't know anywhere else. I have a sister in Los Angeles. She makes a face. Not sure I could stand all that nice weather. What would I complain about? We can stay on as long as you need us, Gunwar says. He doesn't sound mad at all. He sounds like he's used to being disappointed. But what about Gaul? I ask. My voice has a crack in it. Lou looks out the window too. I don't know, Keck. They're going to build a strip mall. Won't be needing a cow, I'm guessing. She sighs. Gaul is a very old, tired animal. I don't think we'll probably be able to find anyone who wants her. I'm sorry, hon. I leap to my feet. My chair falls back with a loud thud. I hate it here, I scream. I want to go home. I run out the door and across the field toward the bus stop. I'm glad that Lou can't follow me with her sore foot. I'm sorry that I'm glad. And I'm mad that Gunwar isn't mad enough. No more. I stopped working at Lou's. Gunwar keeps going to the farm, but he doesn't say anything to me about it. When he comes home with hay and mud stuck to the bottom of his running shoes, I leave the room. Lou calls for me on my aunt's telephone to see if I will change my mind, but I won't talk to her. She tells my aunt I'm a hard worker. She says she and Gaul miss my smile. One morning, Mr. Franklin says, "Hey, cowboy," and I almost start to cry. I say, "Please don't call me that anymore. I'm just Keck now." But I don't tell him why. Hannah says I am cutting off my nose to spite my face. I don't know what this means, so she explains. It means you're being a stubborn moron boy. She looks a little sad when she says this, so I don't get mad at her. Why don't you at least keep going for a while? She asks. It could be months before she leaves, because at the end I know Lou and Gaul and the farm will be gone forever, I say. Can't you understand this feeling? Hannah chews on her lip. Yeah, I guess I can, she says at last. I wonder if maybe she is thinking about her mother, who's not a foster. But I don't ask. Last day. The day's warm and the world begins again. I think of Gaul nosing the ground, grateful to find tender grass appearing at her feet. After spring, Gunwar says, comes the time called summer, and no school, and sun strong as a young man. He says Lou may not leave until summer ends, but I close my ears to his words. The last day of school, Miss Hernandez and Mr. Franklin put our desk into a circle. Miss Hernandez stands in the middle. Here comes a speech, she says. We all groan. That noise is the same in all languages. She laughs. I promise it'll be a very short speech. I just want you to know that I'm very proud of you, proud of all of you. You have learned much and come far this year. She makes a funny sound in her throat, but I do not think she has a cold. Like so many immigrants before you, I know you'll help make this country a better, stronger place. She wipes her eyes. Okay, speech over. Mr. Franklin brings over a big box and places it on a desk. Inside is a cake, an amazing long cake. I wonder if maybe it's the biggest cake in the world. I still haven't told anyone at school that Gaul will soon be gone. There are words all over the cake in green letters, many words in squiggles. Before we eat, Miss Hernandez says we read. Everyone groans again. but she holds a finger to her lips, and you know that means business. Mr. Franklin lights the candle, and Miss Hernandez makes her voice extra soft so that we will pay attention. This is a trick teachers like to use. These are important words, she says. They mean that this is your country now and forever. Give me your tired, your poor, your huddled masses yearning to breathe free. The wretched refuse of your teeming shore. Send these, the homeless, tempest-tossed, to me. I lift my lamp before the golden door. The candle glows in the green lady's hand. And I don't understand all the words, but somehow I know they're strong and fine. I wonder if someday it will feel like they are meant for me too. And then we eat the cake, all of it, except gall.